Hey, what is up guys, it's Bright Sugar, and today we're going to be doing the double Aston Martin pack. This is the last of the season. As you can tell, we have all of the cars here. So we've got the F1 Mercedes-Benz, we got the Mercedes-Benz Project 1, the Lamborghini Countach, the Ferrari F12M, and the Lotus Aviha. And now we're going to be doing the Valkyrie and the Vantage. So we're going to start with the Valkyrie first, and we're going to go straight into the time lapse right now. Alright guys, I just finished up the Aston Martin Valkyrie, and I have got to say I greatly underestimated this car. Out of the two, the double pack, I would like the Vantage more than the Valkyrie, but I can already tell that that's not going to be the case. And I thought that in between the Mercedes-Benz double pack and the Aston Martin double pack that I would like the Mercedes-Benz double pack more. But just looking at the car that I thought was going to be my favorite and comparing it to the car that is now my favorite, this is wild. And it's actually so long. Let me compare these side by side. You can see this right here. You guys can't really see that. It's got about half an inch to an inch on every car that I put it next to. It's huge. And the building process is really fun. One thing I'll say is when the traditional, back end, first bag being the back end and then the second bag being the front end is played out so much, it kind of gets tedious and it loses like the fun in it. This one, you had to do that exact thing. You had to do the back first and then the front second, but it was just so fun because there were so many building techniques that I just didn't see coming. And when a build is unpredictable, that's when it's the most fun. So I will tell you straight up, I had a lot of fun with this one. The amount of Technic pieces that are inside of this, hinges, the things that connect together, but they're poles, whatever. I don't know all the words for, these Lego pieces, but this was an amazing build. I really love this. If you guys don't want to get this car because it's a double pack, I'll let you know right now, this car, although not worth the $40 price tag alone, if the other Aston Martin is anywhere near as good as this, I'm telling you, this is a great pickup. I'm a collector, so I see all kinds of different cars. I see cars that I don't really remember the build process too well, like the car that I can't even remember the name of, Lotus Aviha. I barely remember any of that car at all, and that's just because it was so by the book, the normal way of doing things. And then there's F1 cars. They have unique things like the bar that comes over here that you literally have to bend. That is very memorable. There are cars that just look pretty, like the Project 1. That's very memorable. But this car, all in all, like the V shape that's created by these just kind of remind me of gills on a fish. And I know that kind of makes this car seem a little bit worse when you put it in that kind of perspective, but overall, this car, I'm blown away. This is a great build, and I decided that what I'm going to do, I want to start every season. You know how I build all these cars. At the very end of this video, I'm going to rank every car from this season and tell you why I think it belongs in a certain position out of the cars that came out. Obviously, spoiler, this is number one. Unless somehow the Vantage is able to just blow this out of the water, which I couldn't. There's no way it will. This is currently number one. But we'll go over the ranking of the other cars at the end of the video after I talk about the Vantage. So let's do the time lapse for the Vantage now. Alright guys, I have finished up the Aston Martin Vantage. This is how it looks. I think it looks really good. But this one, unfortunately, don't get me wrong, it looks incredible. It's going to sit on the shelf for the rest of its life, yada yada yada. The build process was, like I said the last time, how the Valkyrie was so unique. This one was just straight by the book. Nothing too interesting. The most interesting thing that happened was these, like, I think you guys call them like tooth pieces or something like that. That was cool to get this like lineup. You know, we got the line at the bottom, the curvature, line, curve. So that was cool. Too many stickers, but I'm not gonna, you know, talk too much about that. I love how sleek this car looks, and these vents on the hood look really good. That's pretty much the review. What we're gonna do is we're gonna rank each car by how much I like them. And this is all of the cars from this season, being all the cars that released on March 1st. So the way I'm gonna do this is I'm just gonna announce first, second, third, fourth, all the way to seventh. So the car that obviously gets first is the Valkyrie. This was not expected for me. If I knew that I was gonna love this car so much, I would have bought it the first time that I had gone out to the Lego store, because this exceeded all expectations. At first, the reason why I didn't like this car so much, at least on first sight, is because I felt like it was too over the top. But little did I know, over the top is actually what I really liked. The Valkyrie is just, and it's so big, and I just, yeah, this is a great car. I'm gonna go ahead and put that right there, because I think for you guys, it's reversed. Second place is gonna go to the Mercedes-Benz AMG Project 1. This is the car that I thought that I was gonna love more than every other car, just because the color combination, not to mention how sleek it is also. That's a big thing for me. If something is nice and sleek, the color isn't over the top, I tend to usually like it more. This is a weird exception. I was not expecting this to take first, but this is the car that I thought I would love the most, and surely enough, not really, but it's high up there, especially in comparison to cars that have released previously. Third place is going to go to the Aston Martin Vantage. For one thing, this car looks a lot like the DB11, which is a car that I've played with in many of the racing games, but also I have played with the Vantage in a couple of Need for Speed games, and like I said earlier, I think in Forza Horizon 4. So it's a car that I've gained a lot of knowledge about. I do really like it. Third place is going to go to the Countach, just because this was one of the first cars that I heard about, being that almost all of these cars leaked. And so in the beginning, this was the car that I was the most excited about. Then I found out about the Aston Martins and the Mercedes-Benz Project 1, but in the very, very beginning, this is the car that I was the most excited about. Unfortunately, because of what I've seen, it has dropped down quite a bit from what I thought. But the main thing that I love about this car is that even though there may be some slight things that people talk about, how it's not perfectly accurate, it is still as one-to-one as it can get with Legos. This car is, I think it's pretty much identical to the real car, and I can appreciate that. And then in fifth place, we have the Ferrari 512M, the 1970 512M. I actually built this car earlier today, so maybe my bias is coming in just because I love the build process so much, but this is a really cool car. I love how wide it is. I feel like it's a lot wider than some other cars. It's actually not. This is one of the tiniest cars, and if I compare them, it's not that much bigger. It just kind of gives the illusion because of how small the cockpit is. And the minimal amount of stickers, it looks like a classic car. I just really like the look. Up until this point, it was good. Now we're getting into bad. So in sixth place, it is the, I keep on forgetting the name because I just don't care about this car. The Lotus Aviha. I'm still not the biggest fan of the color combination. I know that there are plenty of people who think that this is a really nice looking car. I just can't really get behind it. The one cool thing that I liked about this car is the rear lights are in that kind of cool square pattern, but aside from that, it doesn't really have much going for it. I don't know why it's in this lineup. I'm not a big fan of Lotus. I don't know much about it. And then seventh place, dead last. This is the Mercedes-Benz F1 car. I know it might seem blasphemous to F1 fans. There were so many problems with this car. For some reason, I had messed up on the build process, and I had to tear apart a bunch of stuff and put it back together, and the stickers were annoying and they were put in terrible spots. And not to mention, my car actually, because I record all these, I have proof that my car didn't come with one of the stickers. So you can see there's no sticker there, but there is a sticker there.
Hey guys, it's me in the editing process. I wanted to show you the proof and just explain it really quickly. The last thing that you build on the F1 car is the spoiler. And because I record all of these, I could see a frame where the sticker sheet had light poking through it from the sticker that was missing in the very beginning. And this was literally the first time lapse that I was doing. And I hadn't even gotten close to doing the spoiler. Luckily though, I do have a new sticker sheet coming in, and I'll be making another video on the F1 car later down the road once that sticker sheet comes in and once I'm a little less heated.
It's supposed to be there, but it's not. So that's very annoying to me. I have another sticker sheet coming, but even though I'm getting it fixed, it doesn't change the fact that this was tainted by the build process. I did not like it. And I'm probably never going to like it that much. Out of all the cars that I have in my collection, mind you, I have 38 cars now. This is dead last out of all of them. For F1 fans, I'm sure that this would be really highly ranked, but I'm not an F1 fan. I have like 2 other F1 cars, one of them being an electric vehicle. So there's the ranking for me. They won't stop rolling. I'm not going to stop them from rolling, especially that one. If it falls, I don't care. I do care, but if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one, whatever that may be. Peace.